Hey, what's up everyone? Back for a Sunday NBA video. Don't normally post videos on Sunday for basketball, but I've been killing it this week, so I thought I might as well just make a video, especially since it is week 17, and so the NFL can be a bit crazy today, but we have a pretty good basketball slate, a small slate, but still a decent one. Yesterday, using the core, posted a 320 on DraftKings with Randall and Joseph as the other two players, so trying to make it 5 days in a row. This week's just been great for NBA. So let's get right into it. You can drop a like and subscribe down below. You guys have been killing it with the likes. I appreciate it. And hopefully we can continue giving these great plays. Starting off here at point guard. Also, DraftKings is a 4-game slate starting at 8, and FanDuel is a 5-game slate starting at 6. I wish DraftKings included that Thunder game because the Thunder are going to be one of my favorite teams to play on the slate with them missing Schroeder and Gallinari. But DraftKings made a huge mistake in pricing James Harden at 10-7 today. Just play him here. No Westbrook on a second half of a back-to-back. His price tag went down. He's the cheapest price tag he's been, which makes absolutely no sense. At 10-7 against this very bad defensive team, the Pelicans. Just don't have to explain it that much. Don't have to dig deep into it. Harden is the best play on the slate, the best spend-up play on the slate. Shooting guard, I like Drew Holiday to run it back. It's a back-to-back for both teams, but Holiday only had to play 29 minutes as they somehow blew out the Pacers by 22 points. So you're normally going to get 37, 38 minutes out of Holiday, but like I said, it was a blowout, so he didn't have to play that much. He's been great as of late, super consistent. He's always been consistent. So that's what you like to see for cash at least, and for tournaments. He still gives you that upside. There's rumors that he could get traded soon, so he probably does want to continue to play well and try to go to a contender as the Pelicans season is basically over. They're not going to make any noise this year, so if he wants to go to contender, he's probably going to continue to play well. And he's been super solid. The price tag is nice here, and the matchup is great. Rockets give up a ton of points. They don't really play defense, especially to guard players. Small forward here, I think LeBron's pretty appealing at 9,800 against Dallas. Also, Luka's fine at 11,400. The Lakers are a good defense, so Luka, I don't think he's a smash play, but I like LeBron at 98. Ingram's fine at 81. Probably don't mind going back to Buddy Hield here. Just played 37 minutes last night. It's definitely a tough matchup here, but I still think he's underpriced for no Bagley and probably no Fox again. Fox was doubtful yesterday, got ruled out. I don't expect him to play tonight, but if he somehow does play, then I probably won't play Buddy Hield. But right now, assuming Fox is out, Hield is going to take 17 to 20 shots probably, and just going to play so much. He's going to get a nice usage rate. Nice price tag, especially if Fox misses, assuming Fox misses. Over at power forward, I think Favors is pretty appealing here. He probably would have played about like 30-plus minutes. Same thing as Holiday. The game got out of hand. He's been really solid as of late in terms of getting rebounds and getting double-doubles. Pretty good at getting blocks, too. At 6,500, he's going to be a solid play without no Capella and probably no Chandler as well on a back-to-back. So I don't mind going to him at 65. Don't mind Harrison Barnes either, 51. Just decent price tag there. Kind of like Tucker here, 4,800. There's going to be no Capella, no Westbrook. Tucker's probably going to play a lot of minutes at the 5 today. And Westbrook just shoots so much that there's going to be a lot more shot attempts to go around. Obviously, Harden is going to take a lot more shots too. But Tucker is going to probably get a good chance to get a double-double here, just assuming he's going to play a lot of minutes at the 5. And it's a really good matchup to get steals and blocks. The Pelicans play fast. They turn the ball over quite a bit. I could see with this being one of those spots where Tucker, instead of getting like you in the teens, he gets you in the 30s. So I think he's a fine option here at 4,800, just without, two of the 3 best players on the Rockets. At center here, I think Anthony Davis is nicely priced at 97. Same thing with the Joker, who's looked great as of late. He's at 9,100. And I like Valanciunas in the mid-range, 6,700. Talked about Favors. If you want to go cheap here, I think somehow they made Jeremy Grant center eligible, which is super surprising. But if you want to capitalize on it, it could be the day at 3,800. Assuming Millsap misses, Millsap didn't play last night. He was awful on Christmas, so I think he's dealing with some sort of injury with his quad. If he misses again today, then Grant will probably start, even though they did start Mason Plumlee in the first half of the game, but then they started Grant in the second half. So against this Kings team, they'll probably start Jeremy Grant here to match up pretty well against like Harrison Barnes. So if he gets 30-plus minutes, will be one of the better point per dollar plays and one of the better value plays on the slate. And then last but not least, at guard here, I think Ja Morant is appealing on DraftKings at least. Price tag, I like playing players whose price tags have dropped all of a sudden. 78 to 77, down to 71, 69, down to 6,400. Price tag just keeps going down on him. The matchup is great here. It were a couple tough matchups against Denver. His last time out was still solid there, 32 fantasy points, but this matchup against Charlotte at home, they play super fast. The Grizzlies play very fast. They're going to put up a ton of points today. And Ja Morant's going to get his minutes. He gets about 30 minutes, 30 to 32. They don't play him like 36, 37, but in those minutes, he can still be productive, and especially in a matchup against the Hornets. We've seen him put up 40s and had a couple 50-point games earlier this year. Just really, really nicely priced on DraftKings and on FanDuel too at 6,500. So that's what I'm liking for DraftKings. On FanDuel here, they added that 6 o'clock game, so that's going to change some things up. But at point guard here, I think the main guys I have a lot of interest in are, I think you could go back to Luka at 10-6. You could play Kyle Lowry. I like Chris Paul. No Schroeder, no Gallinari. Chris Paul is going to have to play a big role in scoring the basketball today. And then I like Ja Morant and I like Terry Rozier. There's about 5 or 6 point guards that have my interest on FanDuel. I think Chris Paul, I like him at 7,300 just because Dennis Schroeder is a high usage player. With him out and Gallinari out again, I think Chris Paul could have one of his better games, like one of those 50-point games. Just going to have to play a lot of minutes, and he's going to have to shoot the ball live. It's just a matter of if his shot's falling. It wasn't falling against Charlotte, just 6 of 20. But he had a couple days off, so hopefully his legs are back. That was a back-to-back too, and Chris Paul is getting older. Shooting guard, it's James Harden. Just play him on both sides. 11.5 on FanDuel is still very underpriced. He's underpriced on both sides, which makes absolutely no sense. Going to be very popular, but just think it's tough not to play him here against this Pelicans team. Not only is he missing his partner in Russell Westbrook, but no Clint Capella. Just going to get more rebounding opportunities. Going to just shoot a ton. He's probably going to take 30-plus shots tonight against a very bad defense. Small forward, I liking LeBron James at 10K. I think Ingram's fine too, although maybe James just try to get that $1,000 more and pay up for LeBron. In the mid-range, I like Will Barton. I like Bridges a little bit, but I kind of like Barnes quite a bit. 4,500 for Harrison Barnes is underpriced on FanDuel. No Bagley, probably no Fox. He's going to have to... he already plays a ton of minutes. You're going to get 38 minutes out of him, 38 to 40 probably, or at least 38, like 36, 38 I would assume. He's been playing huge minutes all year. He's not super productive, but when they're missing a couple of key players is when Harrison Barnes is going to have to step up his game offensively, and he's going to get a lot more rebounding opportunities without Bagley. He's probably going to get some time at the 4 here, so against Denver. It's a tough matchup, but I still think the price tag is just appealing on him for the minutes that he's going to play. Power forward, I think another guy, I like Favors. I like Jackson at 68. Cheap here, I like Tucker. I like B. Jelly at 4,500. B. Jelly is pretty underpriced on FanDuel at 45. He's 57 on DraftKings, so he's another guy that I would like on FanDuel at least. Try to get at least some of the Kings are still underpriced on FanDuel. Try to get at least one or two of them, and my 2 favorite point per dollars are probably Barnes and B. Jelly here. B. Jelly's had some big games this year. I mean, he won the game for them against the Rockets with that 3. No Bagley. He's going to play about 30 plus, or at least 30 minutes, I would assume, today. And yeah, just underpriced on FanDuel. Just the price tag is so cheap on him. And then at center, I'm looking at a couple players. I don't know if I'll be able to get up to Jokic, but I'm liking Valanciunas 66, and I'm liking Steven Adams 64. I'm going with Adams just because his point per minute rates are insane without Gallinari and without Schroeder. He's going to play, he only plays about like 28 to 30 minutes. He got 33 in the overtime game, but they do give minutes to Nerlens Noel. But when he's out there, he's productive on the glass. No Gallinari gives him a rebounding bump. And then he's going to get his looks at the basket. And he's been pretty good at getting blocks and steals as of late. So he's a guy that can put up 50 fantasy points. And I don't think he's going to be super popular. I mean, he hasn't really been. I think maybe Valanciunas might be a bit popular, more popular than him at a similar price tag. But I'm kind of liking Adams here at just because there's so much usage and so much opportunity to go around without Schroeder in the game today. So that's it for my NBA look for Sunday. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck on football and on NBA today for playing.